The visit to Bradford City in the fourth round of the FA Cup kicks off a potentially crucial 7 days in Chelsea's season. This the first of 3 games in a week here at Stamford Bridge, with the second leg of the League Cup semi-final and that mammoth match against Manchester City, both on the horizon. For the next few hours, though, it's the Cup that Chelsea have won 7 times which takes centre stage, with the Blues looking to progress to round 5, ahead of a Bantam side who currently find themselves in the League One playoff places, and who have decent Cup pedigree in recent seasons, knocking out Aston Villa and Arsenal en route to the League Cup final 2 years ago. Bradford are competing at this stage of the competition for the first time in 15 years. They sold out their 6,000 ticket allocation in a matter of hours, and boss Phil Parkinson said they could have shifted 20,000 tickets had they been available. Such is the interest in this tie in Yorkshire. Jose Mourinho being made to wait. He's emphatic in his desire to get through to the next round. Today he comes up against a man who's faced before him, Phil Parkinson, his Colchester side, beaten by the Blues here in the 5th round of this competition 9 years ago. Big afternoon for Andre Mariner. First time he's refereed at Stamford Bridge since Chelsea beat Arsenal 6-0, and he sent off the wrong player. Hoping for a smoother ride this afternoon. Let's check on the teams then. Only Gary Cahill and John Mikel Obi retain their places in the side from Tuesday. There's a start for Andreas Christensen, who's first at the Bridge. Fellow academy graduates Nathan Aké and Ruben Loftus-Cheek are on the bench. A big day for Felipe Moraes and Billy Knott. Both spent time at Chelsea. Moraes is being watched by a family of Blues supporters this afternoon. Ben Williams starts in goal in place of regular first choice Jordan Pickford, who is ineligible. Only Schalke have prevented Chelsea from winning at home this season. Today the Blues go in search of a club record 13th successive home victory in all competitions. Alongside me for this afternoon's match is Clive Walker. Clive, are you expecting a difficult afternoon like we saw against Watford in round 3, or a cruise to the 5th round?
Well, it wasn't the best against Watford in the early stages. Obviously we came through, but I think that maybe we'll learn something from that. I think it took the intervention of a couple of substitutes and also the manager at half-time to change things around. But having said that, you know, you'd like to think a League One side shouldn't be able to compete with us at this level, as long as we're mentally prepared, which I'm sure we are, as long as the lads are mentally switched on and ready for the onslaught. Bradford are going to work their socks off. They're going to be in our faces, they're going to try and stop us playing, but I like to think our quality will shine through. We've got enough big names and stars on the pitch. You know, great to see Andreas Christensen out there, and I've more or less waxed lyrical about him over the recent years. You know, I've been watching him grow through the youth system, and he certainly is ready for this start. I think it's a perfect opportunity to play in today. Good to see Nathan Aké as well, and we must mention Ruben Loftus-Cheek on the bench. So a little bit of youth there as well, so I would like to think that if we can get some goals early on, maybe there's a chance for the other 2 guys on the bench to get some minutes on the pitch. But it's about going through to the next round. We've got enough players with enough skill and quality out there to do that. It's just mentally, as long as we get it right at the beginning. I don't want us to get it right in the second half. I want us to get it right in the first 10 minutes.
Avoid the kind of situation that Manchester United now find themselves in, having failed to beat Cambridge. Didier Drogba wearing the captain's armband for the Blues this afternoon, 5th on the all-time list of scorers in this competition for Chelsea. "14 wins, 1 draw in all competitions at Stamford Bridge this season. It is an exceptional record." And Kurt Zouma, who got on the score sheet against Watford and impressed us that night too, partnering Gary Cahill. And first touch there for Cesar Azpilicueta. Good to see him back so quickly. We did fear he could be out for a couple of weeks with that groin problem.
Yeah, we did. Great to see him back, and of course, oh dear, that's a poor challenge as well on him. There's an arm in the face there.
It's the ex-Chelsea man, Felipe Moraes.
Yeah, interesting game for Billy Knott as well. I mean, John Stead will play up front for Bradford. Let's have a look at this challenge again. There's an elbow in the face. That's disappointing. The referee doesn't see it. However, that's what I said earlier on. They're going to be in our faces and trying to cause us problems, and that's what I mean. I don't mean fouling us like that, but I mean they'll be very, very close to us. I was just going to say it's a game for Billy Knott and Felipe Moraes as well, but Billy Knott playing just behind John Stead. I mean, basically it looked like a 4-4-2, but I think Billy Knott will have to drop in a lot more and play more or less a 5 across midfield. But when they're in possession, I guess he's going to try and break forward. So he'll be the type of guy that we're going to keep an eye on. You know, John Mikel Obi and Ramirez, probably John more than Ramirez, are going to have to keep an eye on him.
First touch there for James Hansen, who's also a bit of a handful. Wearing number 9 for Bradford, he's 6'4". Something for Kurt Zuma to have to contend with. Here's John Stead, played against Chelsea on 5 occasions throughout his career. He's lost every single time. This is what Bradford will have wanted, a feel of the ball in opposition territory in the opening couple of minutes of the match. Here's Moraes again, trying to engineer a crossing position. It's not a bad ball in either. It was awkward for Petr Cech underneath his crossbar. Yeah,
a little bit too close for him. You expect Petr to take that with ease, and he does so.
Free kick for the foul on Drogba.
Again, this is one of those decisions, and I say it probably at least once every game, Matt. This is where I feel referees don't understand the game. This is a two big players coming together. I don't think it's a foul. Didier's backing in. Centre-back's holding his ground. You know, you're going to get a collision of some sort. And just because one player goes to ground doesn't mean it's a foul. For me, we've got away with one here, but maybe we can score from it.
Oscar's certainly got the craft to engineer a chance for somebody. Wasn't his best delivery, in truth. It's broken out as far as Ramirez. He's managed to get away from Knott, and Drogba steers it back into his path, but unable to find him. Here's Moraes again. Did actually play Felipe Moraes in Chelsea's first game under Jose Mourinho back in 2004, a pre-season friendly at Oxford. He came on for the last few minutes and played a senior game for the first team. There's Loic Remy, one of those looking to impress this afternoon. Teed up for Azpilicueta. Drogba's made his run and is onside despite the arms in the air.
It's a good run, isn't it? You know, they're going to have to get used to that. Top quality players time their runs better than they will do in League One. Have a little ball around the corner by Azpilicueta.
Lovely flick from Drogba too. Might be able to shoot from here.
He had a choice there, Didier, didn't he? He had a choice of Salah square and take this shot on, check back and try and do it yourself, which he tried to do, but lost control of the ball.
Fiery start, as we were expecting. Bradford backed by that massive following that they brought. They filled the shed end. They do get over 13,000 on average for their home games. There's big James Hansen.
I just feel it's one of those games at the moment. The fantastic support that they've got. They're the ones making all the noise, Matt, and you tend to feel we need to do something to quieten down. Often it's the other way around. You're trying to quieten down the home ground when you play away, but not that way for Bradford. They're enjoying their day.
Had to work hard to get to this stage. They had a come-from-behind win against local rivals Halifax in round 1. They brushed aside Dartford 4-1 at home in round 2. Then they had that 3-3 at Millwall in the third round, which earned them a replay at Valley Parade, and they absolutely trounced the team from South East London 4-0 after Millwall had a man sent off early on. A really battling display to get that replay in the first place the last time they were in London, and they've got a throw-in in enemy territory here.
You'd have to say they've started the brighter of the two sides, Matt. We have to give them some credit for that. Just wonder how long they can sustain it and what will happen when they feel that Chelsea are sort of starting to pick up the game and get into advanced positions they can't cope with. We'll have to wait and see, but at the moment, a bit of credit towards them. First 5 minutes, come out the block, probably running just on adrenaline at the moment, with the pleasure of being at Stamford Bridge, but to sustain that over 90 minutes here will be nigh on impossible, but we'll have to wait and see.
There's a sense that maybe they've been distracted by this tie slightly. They've only lost 2 of their last 13 in all competitions, but those defeats have come in 2 of the last 3 matches. They were beaten at Yeovil in their last league game last weekend. Obviously, trying to get into the Championship is the priority for a club who were in the Premier League as recently as 2001. Lived the dream but paid the price for it. They were in League 2 by 2007. Here's Azpilicueta. Get around Moraes. That's good defending from the Bradford midfielder. The clearance after it wasn't as impressive, only as far as Oscar. And the curler could have caused a problem for Ben Williams, but he'll be glad that his first feel of the ball is a comfortable one.
Yeah, good idea. And again, what I like to see when we have been in possession in that last third are choices. You know, the guy on the ball's got decisions to make. And nice to see we've got the options of making those right choices. And hopefully, sooner rather than later, we'll make the right choice and it'll be a good decision and we'll score from it. But quite happy with the way we've got those opportunities, and I'm sure Jose would have expected Bradford to come out like this. That we've defended quite well so far.
The one by Hansen's going to drop for Ramirez. This is Remy. As we expected, Clive, he started right side with Salah on the left of that front three.
Well, it was to be expected, you know, and I think, you know, we can look at the likes of Diego Costa, who's our number one, given away by Bradford here.
Well recovered by Rory McArdle.
Diego Costa's our number one. I think you have to say at the moment Didier Drogba's number two, because he's had a great part to play so far this season. Didier really has stepped up to the mark. I think maybe surprised one or two having come back, but has certainly been able to stand up to the pressure and deal with things and score goals as well, which is great.
Salah's done well. He's robbed Little. Snapshot from Drogba while he was under pressure. Wasn't a great angle anyway, and he's still feeling a little niggle that he picked up a moment ago, Didier Drogba. This is a concern.
Yeah, he got a knock, didn't he? Just on the inside of his ankle, I think, from a challenger not more than 30 seconds ago. But probably didn't want this ball at this particular time, but it's one he wanted to take on. Just sat up for him a little bit. There's the challenge. Is that a twist or a knock? Looked like it's a knock to me from the initial challenge.
There's no striker on the bench, but Loic Remy is on the pitch, so be a reshuffle if required. Drogba moving a little more freely at the moment.
Yeah, one thing we're not doing really is making the right decisions in midfield. I think up front and when we've got the ball forward, we're okay. It's just about through that midfield at the moment. We usually pass the ball out from midfield areas and find our man and keep the ball moving and take control of the game. We've not done that at the moment.
Ben Williams, the goalkeeper, has played in every round of the Cup. Jordan Pickford is on loan from Sunderland and they don't want him to play in this competition. Here's Mikel. Under pressure, and he did well in the circumstances. Salah robbed of the ball by Derby. Derby's arrow cross was a good one, but Hansen just bundled Christensen to the floor and conceded a free kick.
Yeah, it's a simple one for the referee. He's looking straight at it. I want to say Salah really shouldn't be losing the ball, and this is what I was saying before in midfield. That's where we can't lose the ball, because we see what Bradford are all about. Saw the challenge there. Hansen all over Christensen, who is actually in the right position, Christensen, to make a challenge for the ball. And the foul obviously comes in, free kick Chelsea.
Here's Ramirez. Remy showing some good movement in the opening 10 minutes.
Well, with no Hazard and Costa, we're looking to maybe the likes of Oscar to take control a little bit more of the game, get involved. He's not been too involved so far. And what he's capable of when he's on the ball. We're always looking for the likes of Drogba, but he needs service. I think Salah and Remy looks to be the brighter of the two at the moment, and I think Remy needs to get on the ball as well as Christensen goes forward.
It's a good run this, he's got the pace to get there as well, Andreas Christensen, and he engineered a cross from a difficult position. I'm not sure Drogba was expecting him to be able to get that ball over. Did really well there, Christensen.
Done brilliant. It's actually a terrific ball as well. It's got a little bit of check side on it, a little bit of backspin, and it just helps out Andreas Christensen with the running in behind. It didn't skid away from him, gets on the end of it, gets something into the box. It was a little bit awkward, but does well.
Here's John Stead. Away from Mikel. Knocking the ball about with real confidence are Bradford. Very impressive start.
Certainly are, but I guess they've got that nothing to lose scenario. And I think when you're in that situation, you've certainly got a chance to play to your strengths and to your ability. And in these early stages, there's no fear, so they're just getting on with the job and probably enjoying it.
And Phil Parkinson has done a terrific job since he took over. He's led Bradford to Wembley twice and promotion. Return to the Championship, as I mentioned, their main aim for the season. Ramirez brought to ground by Billy, not happy to accept the hand of apology.
Well, as we said, they'll probably be getting very close to the Chelsea players whenever they can, and Billy not a bit too aggressive with that challenge. But I think that's what the lads have got to get used to. Got to have good first touch today.
That's Piliqueta. Laid off for Salah, but the spin of the ball did for him, really.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where, as a left back, Felipe Luis would have just opened up his body, played it with his left foot, so the spin wouldn't have taken it out. Just a small thing, but I think Cesar can do that as well. But I think it came to him a little bit too quickly. It was a foul by John as well there. I don't think he can have too many complaints, just a barge in the back on Billy Knott.
Opportunity to try and knock one up to Big Hansen here.
Well, it gives them the opportunity, doesn't it, to throw bodies forward and use the power and the strength that they've got, and obviously work to their system. And they probably worked on free kicks from here before.
Race with the delivery, Zuma with a great header. It's broken kindly here though for the shot from Liddell, which is deflected over for the game's first corner.
Yeah, and again, Kurt Zuma, great position, gets a good header away. That's a decent enough strike, isn't it? Coming back in, it's quite a long way out. Zuma with the first header, and then we see the strike. Harry Cahill getting in the way, making sure.
Brave header that was travelling from Liddell. Race, the man for the set pieces, is going to send over the corner. Oh, great ball in! What an unbelievable save from Petr Cech. How on earth did he keep that out? Danger not quite passed yet. Now it has, whacked away by Cahill. Well, that was an incredible stop.
It's world class, Matt. It's absolutely out of this world. They'll be talking about this for a long time. But what Chelsea need to do is learn from this. There's your warning. There's the warning across the bows. You've got to mark better than that inside the 6-yard box. Here we see the towering header. He's got free space.
Great run from Andrew Davis.
Yeah, players not marking, but what a save by Petr Cech.
Big, strong hands from the big goalie, but Andrew Davis was already wheeling away in celebration. He was certain he'd scored.
I thought he had as well, to be honest, Matt. I mean, it's a terrific save. It really is, and that's what you get from our two goalkeepers, to be honest. We expect that on odd occasions. They're not always going to make those sorts of saves, but we've got to do better defensively.
Like Remy, trying to kick Chelsea into life. He hasn't been able to do so. Opening 15 minutes have followed a familiar pattern to Watford in round 3. The away team from the lower division have looked the better side. Long, long way to go yet, though. It's a rather nervous kick from Ben Williams. And Remy did well to win the header against Derby. Got it back from Oscar too. You just wonder, is that Bradford's chance come and gone?
Well, that's what I said. I just wondered if that was their opportunity, Matt. And I think that, I like to think it is. You know, I like to think that's it. You know, Chelsea now can take control of the situation totally and score a goal as Didier gets adjudged to have fouled. But while it's a little bit scruffy like that, that will suit Bradford.
Well, it might have been a foul on Drogba beforehand, but it certainly was from the big Ivorian thereafter. Just how he planned it, Phil Parkinson. Hansen's header looking to play it into the path of Stead, but Mikel's able to shepherd it behind. Now he's hurt himself too.
Yeah, just been caught, hasn't he, by the studs there of John Stones. I don't think there's anything in that. He should be okay, but certainly was a worrying moment for the Chelsea players, with Petr Cech having to make essentially what was a world-class save. Just need to reform, get their breath back and get a good shape again. The questions will be asked. Players need to do more. I think they need to step up a little bit more.
Holiday. Now Stead bursts through the middle from Moraes. Oh, it was a poor ball from Stead.
But again, it breaks down through Mohamed Salah, and it's so simple to keep the ball. This is what normally we do. Okay, we've got a lot of different faces in today, but normally we keep the ball so much better, and we're not doing that. We're making the wrong choices. We're dribbling when we should pass. We're passing in the wrong areas. We're losing our control on our touch, as we did there with Didier. You know, it's got to improve. It's got to get better.
Here's Ramirez. Oscar. Now here's a position where Chelsea can do some damage. Loic Remy. Remy's effort, and it's drawn the first save of the afternoon from Williams. He did well to squeeze that past Derby in on target.
Yeah, it's on target. As I said earlier, I think this guy might be the one to spark this game of light for us. At the moment, Didier's touch isn't quite there. We know it will get better. Salah seems to be losing the possession too much, so out of the three of them, for me, Loic Remy has been the brighter.
Here's Salah. Clip ball looking for Drogba. Pretty comfortable to defend though. Instead trying to hold it up at the other end. He's done well. Moraes brought to ground by John Mikhailovic. Another Bradford free kick.
Well, it's clumsy. That's all I would say. You know, John's trying to get his leg round, and there's no real room or space. Moraes has done really well to hang on to the ball. It's clumsy. He goes to ground. Whether there was enough is another question, but he goes to ground. Referee gives a free kick, and again Bradford push bodies forward, big targets to hit, and with a decent delivery we've got to be very, very sure of our marking.
The player standing offside for Bradford at the moment. Moraes sends it in. Cech thinks about it, comes and grabs it calmly.
And I think he should keep it here, Petr Cech, and he has done. That's the correct decision. He was going to throw it long early. I can only see us losing it from that situation today. We haven't seemed to be able to hang on to stuff when it's gone forward in the right areas. So I think we're better off keeping the ball now. It's a different game for us in a way. We have got to be a bit more methodical, a little bit, should we say, a little bit pragmatic about our passing. Just make sure we're accurate. Make them run about a bit more. They're not working hard enough. We're not forcing them to work harder.
That's Piliqueta. Breaks down. Oscar under pressure, doing really well. Oh, Drogba slip, but it's come back to Oscar. Shooting position here for Oscar. Drags it just wide. That's more like it.
Now a little bit better, although I'd have to say the passing was a little bit fortunate as well. But sometimes you make your luck, and I think if we pass and keep the ball and we're better in possession, we'll make our own luck. Pass was meant for Drogba. Salah nearly got on the end of it. Oscar picks up the pass after an intervention from a defender, and all of a sudden there's an opportunity to shoot for goal. He's unlucky.
Decent record in the FA Cup. Oscar, he's got 4 goals and 2 assists in 9 starts before today. Scored in rounds 3 and 4 last season. He got that beautiful free kick against Stoke here in round 4. Drogba, lovely touch. Here's Oscar again. Won't have to go alone now as Piliqueta's coming up to help out. Trying to tee it up for him. Derby knocks it behind for Chelsea's first corner.
Yeah, good running by Derby to get back into position, to be fair, but maybe as he did get back, there was a chance to play the ball a little bit earlier for Piliqueta. Drogba does really well, gets hurt in the build-up. Oscar does well, he's just waiting for a little bit of support. To be fair to Derby, that's good defending to get back into position. But with a corner, I feel maybe this is a chance for us as well, with Kurt Zuma gone forward.
Just too high for Zuma. Will be another corner.
That great movement by Gary Cahill as well, very difficult to mark. Starts just behind the goalkeeper and then gets onto the edge of the 6-yard box. And if the players don't go with him, I think he likes to think he would get a free header. The actual lad who headed it wasn't the person who was marking him.
Well, that's a good ball, and it's brought the opening goal. Gary Cahill, the player who scored it, and Chelsea hit the front. His second of the season. Chelsea 1, Bradford City 0.
Well, as I was just saying, movement by Gary Cahill was absolutely brilliant on the corner before. Didn't quite get on the end of it. For the second time around, different type of movement. He's gone sort of mid-goal the first time. Second time, he comes near post, gets away from his marker. It's a lovely, lovely ball in with good pace. It dips beyond the first defender. To be fair, they should defend it better. But Cahill gets in front of his marker. Super little touch. Just guides it into the roof of the net.
Tell you what, that was Didier Drogba-esque, that was Zola-esque from Gary Cahill. Terrific goal.
Well, I said always when you're dealing with corners, you have to get to the ball first. And I felt they had a chance. I thought Andrew Davis was so concerned about who he was marking, and he was too tight for me. He could have made a yard or so movement either way and maybe knock that one clear. But he doesn't do that because he's so concerned about the marking.
Instead, looking for not. Looking for an immediate reply. Oh, Drogba, that's brilliantly done. Not sure what he was thinking after that, mind you.
It's a strange one. I don't think he was too happy a moment or two ago. The referee said he had to go off the field of play for a slight injury. He didn't want to. He was a little bit disappointed. I think that's a little bit of frustration, that shot. That's clumsy. That's a bad challenge. It's clumsy. There's no need for that sort of challenge. I don't think it was over-aggressive, but it's not a good challenge, and players can get hurt from that. And thankfully Didier gets up, just wags the finger towards McArdle. Hence the reason why not happy with the challenge.
First booking of the afternoon to the Northern Irish international Rory McArdle. That Cahill flick was very similar to one that Casey Palmer put in against West Ham for the under-21s last night. I say it's Cahill's best goal for Chelsea, but he got that beauty at Spurs a couple of seasons too. Certainly an impressive finish, and Chelsea now looking in the mood for more. We always say it, but a goal really does change a game. Didier Drogba! Oh, he engineered something from nothing, and it was a smart stop from Williams.
Yeah, he's going nowhere, isn't he? And all of a sudden, this is what top players do. They just give problems all day long. Some would say he might have been trying to pick out a cross. There's actually no one there, so he's probably gone for the far post and trying to fade it in towards it. Goalkeeper does well, to be fair to him. It's a good fingertip save.
Oscar with the corner, looking for Cahill again, why not? Christensen. What will that do to Bradford's belief?
That should dampen it somewhat, and I think straight away we're seeing the reaction from their fans, Matt. Their fans have been terrific opening 20 minutes, and I'm sure they'll come back again, but it just dampens their spirits a little bit. And this is where we need to keep control of the football. Frustrate Bradford. Don't let them near the ball. We're in no hurry now to go forward, because I'm sure chances will come.
Oscar. Remy. Okay, into the feet of Salah. Bradford were maybe having the better of the possession before that goal, but it's certainly changed now. Pretty rigid in their formation. Hard to find a way through, but it's happened here, and Remy can make it too. And Andrew Davis did just enough to put him off as he tried to execute the volley.
Yeah, a little bit of luck. The deflection takes it into the path of Remy and Salah, and I think between the two of them they couldn't make up their mind. Didier tries the reverse pass. I think there's Remy on his right foot, Salah on his left foot. Well, Remy's taking it on. He's taking seniority in this situation and gone for goal. Doesn't quite get his strike right. That's a good ball.
And Drogba get there. He's committing a foul apparently. Meanwhile, off the ball, Billy Knott's gone down too, touching his head. Something for Andre Mariner to dissect.
I don't think that's a foul, actually. I think Didier's probably gone to ground, doesn't need to. Don't think there's a great deal of contact. I think contact was made on the football before it was made between the players. However, the referee feels it's a free kick. Billy Knott's okay. Game will go on. And we see the chance a few moments ago. Give the goalkeeper some credit. Ben Williams, he does well there to get a good left hand and push it away.
Stead. Oh, steered it into the path of Moraes. Good header from Azpilicueta. This is Oscar. Remy. Oh, nicely done. Drogba. Just bounced off his foot.
Well, he's working hard, Didier. You know, it's as an older player, should we say, a senior statesman in the side, sometimes you have to give yourself a bit of time, you know, and I think concentration for him at the moment seems to be going away because a lot of those have bounced off his foot. I think he struggles with his first touch, and I think sometimes you go back to basics. You know, it doesn't matter how old you are, go back to basics and just say, okay, I'll keep the ball, I'll pass to a blue shirt, I won't try anything special. That's better.
Salah looking for room for the shot, is he? Driving into the penalty area. Meredith's got to be careful. Halliday came back and won it.
Well, he's almost running up a blind alley there, Mo Salah. Good defending Kurt Zouma.
Oscar. Second goal before half-time. It'd be very difficult to see Bradford getting back into it.
Well, it would be, but I think we need to just do what we're doing. Just keep the ball, be patient.
Azpilicueta's found some space here. That's for the 1-2 from Drogba.
Well, I said about Didier's touch, and again, just lets him down a little bit. There's no rhyme or reason. We never know why sometimes this sort of thing happens. A little bit of confidence, because the more he does it, the confidence will drop as it goes on. So he just needs a little bit of stability in there as a target man. Just to keep the ball. We know he's well capable of it. And I'm sure after a few touches it will come. Here we see the goal again. Didier goes to the first one. Gary Cahill makes sure.
You'd have been proud of that, wouldn't you? Centre half.
Absolutely. I was just trying to get something on it, to be honest. I think he's got beyond the near post. When you go beyond it, you're just trying to help it goalwards. And he's made perfect contact with the ball. And it's gone into the roof and no chance for the goalkeeper. But you'd have to look at their defending. You know, whether it was about their marking, I think it's more about their positioning. I'm surprised there isn't a person at that near post there just a head clear, because it's not overly high, you know, it's not dropping in over the top of someone.
He scored from a corner again, been a common pattern this season. Salah having to do some defending now. Meredith tucking his shirt, play goes on, this is Halliday. Skidded across the penalty area. Azpilicueta got it clear. Oh, beautiful from Oscar into the path of Mikel. Drogba on the turn. Wasn't meant for Ramirez, that.
Well, it looked like a simple pass that he could make there, Didier Drogba. Simple pass inside to Ramirez would have made it a lot easier than trying to hit a long one out towards Salah.
Derby. Parkinson just appealing for calm from his players down in front of us to try and rush to get their way back into the game and concede a second.
Looks like you say, Matt, I think if Chelsea do manage to get another one before half-time, it'd be difficult to see Bradford coming back. You never know, it's cup tight. Things have happened in the past, and they've happened to Chelsea and for Chelsea, so it can happen. Christensen making a run right side, it's come short to Salah instead.
Oscar had it taken off him by Moraes. Stead. Looking for Moraes, but well read by Mikel. And Oscar's got options. Mikel again. Oh, it's a great ball into Didier Drogba. He couldn't control it. What a pass that was. Flag's gone up actually over on the far side. Wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, it was a tight decision though, wasn't it? But a lovely little ball by John Obi Mikel. Delightfully flighted into the space for Didier. Just offside. Can't quite get his boot around it. First touch was decent on this occasion, but couldn't quite wrap his boot around it, but offside nonetheless.
Azpilicueta wins the header against Moraes. He's not. Seem to have recovered now, Bradford, to some extent. Halliday. With the outside of his boot, looking for the run of Stead. Maybe you want to try and get James Hansen, the number 9, a bit more involved. I haven't said his name too often. Ball through the middle from Remy was almost perfect, but Davis has made a mess of getting it clear, so Remy can pick it up.
Yeah, I think he thought that his goalkeeper was going to come and take it. What a lovely pass, wasn't it?
Salah. Oscar. Ramirez. Oh, very intricate round the edge of the Bradford box.
Yeah, almost, wasn't it? Another one, little poke through ball there that might have got Salah through. Unfortunately, Remy couldn't quite take that ball in his stride from Oscar, because it's a fabulous pass.
Azpilicueta was being fouled by Moraes, but Andre Mariner is playing an advantage. Drogba. Ramirez didn't fancy the long ranger. There's Christensen. Or Oscar rather. Up to Drogba.
Made a
drop for Christensen.
Christensen's made a great run as well there. Maybe should have been played in.
Oscar trying to use his trickery. He's done so. Oh, I'm not sure why the linesman's got his flag up there.
Oh, we talk about people going to ground very, very cheaply. I'm not too sure what was going on there, but I'm sure he actually wants to have a word. Not with Didier. So, Felipe Moraes.
Well, there's another arm off into the face of Azpilicueta, and the ref played the advantage. It's the second time he's done it. This is why Oscar was penalised.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Just got caught. He's just trying to get across Oscar, and he's overstretched himself. And all he's done, he's thinking Oscar's there to make a collision against. Oscar's stepped off, and his body weight's gone too far. I think he's just fallen to the ground there.
Zuma.
Well, the Bradford fans have got their voices back, haven't they? They're certainly here to make sure their players get full vocal backing.
Oscar arrowed, looking for Drogba.
Unlucky as well, isn't it? Said Oscar needed to get involved a little bit more, and I think since I said that, Matt, he seems to have had a lot more to do as in an attacking sense. I think it was his corner, wasn't it, that created the first goal, but he's certainly got himself a little bit more involved now, and his range of passing has been excellent.
See if he can repeat the trick here. All eyes on Gary Cahill. Over it comes from Oscar. Too high for the goalkeeper, but out of play too.
Yeah, got that one wrong, Oscar. Everybody else came near post. When that happens, he'll be disappointed, but I'm sure he'll be on the corners on the next shout.
10 minutes of the first half to go. First time these two have met, by the way, since December 2000, when Chelsea won 3-0 thanks to a Sam Dalabona inspired performance. He scored, as did Messrs Johnson and Poyet. Expecting to see Idaho Johnson play for Bolton at Anfield later on today. Meetings between these two pretty rare down the years. Only the second time they've ever played in the FA Cup. The first, you might remember this one, Clive, it was in 1912.
Sometimes you are very cheeky.
Nice Piliqueta. Jose Mourinho would be much happier with the way Chelsea have played since the goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's just relaxed us, isn't it? It's made us feel that we can be a bit more adventurous and gamble a little bit more. The confidence, you know, it's amazing how that sort of flows.
Bradford still looking threatening though. Here's Hansen.
Well, again, another free kick will give them a chance to load the penalty area. Christensen this time with the foul. Yeah, he can't make contact with the ball there. He doesn't need to. Just stand off him. And we see the challenge. Just a little bit clumsy.
I would put good money on this being the first time that Andreas Christensen's ever faced anybody of this sort of stature physically of Hansen. Here comes Murray's free kick. It's a decent one too, and Czech's able to grab it.
Yeah, and again, Pelicek nice and sharp and make sure the ball didn't bounce in front of him, which made it a bit awkward. Just takes it cleanly.
Remy. Ramirez. Remy waiting for a cross here. Too close to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a disappointing ball in, isn't it? And it's one of those where you just chip it up and goalkeeper comes and takes it. Really a cross of no purpose from Didier. After some good work, you know, gives a centre midfield player.
Here's Moraes.
Good tackle.
Brilliant tackle from Ramirez. 4 on 3 here in Chelsea's favour. This is Salah. He's teed up Ramirez. Beautiful goal. Well, Ramirez started it and he finished it too. And with half-time approaching, Chelsea double their lead. It's Chelsea 2, Bradford City 0.
Yeah, tidy finish by Ramirez in the end, and well worked as well. He deserved that. He's worked hard to try and shut the gaps at the back, but we know when he gets his chance, he gets it from a well-timed challenge on the around halfway. Plays a little 1-2 with Salah, runs into space and slots it comfortably home. I'm not too sure if 2-0 really flatters us a little bit, Matt, but we have been the better side since the first goal. And arguably, you'd say maybe another one just before half-time, I would think seals the tie.
6th FA Cup goal of his Chelsea career. Ramirez kissed the post on its way in.
It's just nice the way he's not blasted it, he's not panicked when he's got into that position. And he's just calmly slotted in. Yes, it's gone off the post, but that makes sure that the goalkeeper gets nothing on it.
Salah. Billy Knott. Hansen not blessed with a great deal of pace, but he's managed to catch up to that. Only Stead in the middle, so he gives it short. Meredith's cross bashed off Christensen.
Yeah, good block. If you're going to try and put it in early, then it's important you make sure you get your block in.
Meredith's going to toss this into the penalty area, is he? No, he fooled everybody, or me at least. Got it back from Liddell. Derby. A race. Goal back before half-time would make it interesting in the second half. And this is quality from wide positions has been pretty good, but he was blocked at source there by Loic Remy.
Yeah, good blocking as well. Going back as a defensive player there, Remy does well.
Halliday's cross this time, headed away by Zuma.
Yeah, just a high boot, I think, by Remy there. I think that's what the linesman's suggesting. Free kick. I think the referee's suggesting that he was trying to play the advantage. I don't know at what stage he could bring the ball back, because if this one had gone over the top of Azpilicueta, they were in, and he'd blown the whistle. So fine line. Race has got the chance to put this one in. Bit of defending for us to do here.
Potentially big moment in the match. The race with pace. Davis got his head to it. Stayed down, Davis. Ball still alive with Stead. John Stead! Oh, what a goal! And Bradford are back into it. Terrific hit from John Stead. And the League One side of half the deficit.
Well, it's just the one we didn't want, wasn't it, at this stage of the game? And what a strike by John Stead. He's just been allowed too much room. The corner comes in, Andrew Davies gets the first head on it. And it just goes wide and gives him a chance to pop the ball in the box. We don't get close enough. Ramirez allows him to get into a position for the shot. Half blocked, isn't it, after that? Or the attempt to block by Christensen. They don't get close enough. And that's a wonderful strike, and even Petr Cech can't keep this one out.
Scored in all 4 rounds now, has John Stead. That's the one he'll remember the most, though.
Well, it's given the one thing we didn't want to do is give them a lift, and that's what we've done. Well, we need another goal now.
Meredith.
We've just given the ball away too many times in this first half for me, Matt. We've not passed the ball like we know we can. We've not kept it well enough. Again, Salah gives it away. He's been the main culprit for me. There'll be some words at half time from Jose, because we know we can do a lot better.
Moraes. Well, Hansen's offside here. I think with a neutral hat on, you'd have to say that Bradford deserved that goal.
Yeah, I think they do. You know, that's why I said when we got 2, slightly flattered us in some ways. But now they've got a goal back, I guess. Game back on, cup tie back on. The thing is, we have to do now, just calm down, switch our heads back on and get back into the right frame of mind. Make no mistakes, keep the ball, keep possession.
Oscar. Couple of minutes till the break. Away supporters have found their voice again, that's for sure. Chelsea stunned into silence by that brilliant Stead strike. This might work its way to Azpilicueta. Moraes didn't want to take any risks.
Yeah, a good bit of passing through midfield between Mikel Obi and Oscar. Oscar, that creator for me today. On corner duty again.
Again, he went for the near post. Again, he'll be able to have another go.
It was a bit shorter than the one where we scored from the goal, wasn't it? And this time Andrew Davies was alert. Make sure he got to the ball first.
Good clearance away. There was panic for a moment in the Bradford back line. Salah scrapping to try and win it back, but Meredith can clear up to halfway. All of a sudden, we've got a cup tie on our hands again. We wondered if that Davis header that Cech saved brilliantly at 0-0 might have been Bradford's chance come and gone. It was not.
Well, it certainly wasn't, and they made sure on the second opportunity it went in the back of the net. And good strike from a seasoned striker, should we say, has played at the top, of course, and shown his ability at scoring goals.
We'll have 2 extra minutes at the end of the first half. There's some cracking goals in this match, by the way. Stead's was unstoppable. Cahill's flick was delicious, and Ramirez's finish came at the end of a fine move.
Good work as well by Cesar. Hard work closing down higher up the park. I guess Jose will be disappointed in the fact that Bradford have scored. Having said that, we've not been at our best, as we know we can be. And I think he'll be looking for more in the second half.
Hansen on the chase again here. Christensen thinks it's gone out, Andre Mariner doesn't. Ramirez with the header away. Meredith happy to accept another throw. One more chance for Bradford to equalise before the whistle blows.
I just wonder if there's a minute or so for the counter-attack. Probably not. This is the last chance.
But a corner.
Well, it's an extra chance, and looks like they're going to have time to take this corner. It always makes teams a little bit nervous. You don't want to give anything away, and you can be a little bit nervous. So go back to the same thing. Get to the ball first. Concentrate on your marking.
The race being moved out of the way by Halliday. Looking for the outswinger here by the looks of things. And the race might get to take the next one. That is the last act of a thrilling first half, more so than perhaps we expected. Gary Cahill stabbed Chelsea ahead midway through the first half, but only after Bradford had gone mighty close to scoring through Davis, denied by a brilliant check save. When Ramirez made it 2 on 38, we thought that was that, but John Stead's brilliant strike 4 minutes from the break means that this Cup's tie is still very much alive. At the break, at the bridge, the score is Chelsea 2, Bradford City 1. So as it stands, Chelsea on course to set a club record of 13 successive home wins in all competitions. But it has not been as comfortable as one might expect against a team currently 6th in League One. When Ramirez got that second goal, we really did think that might be that, but this Bradford side are a spirited bunch. Just ask Arsenal about that. They found out to their cost, as did Aston Villa. Some 3 high-quality goals in this match, and Clive Walker, it is a cup tie which is not over yet.
Well, it certainly isn't, and I think their goal has given them that little bit of hope, and I tend to feel they didn't lack confidence in the first half. They played with an air of confidence and belief that they could cause an upset, and I think it's been typified by their goal, thoroughly deserved.
Big first 10 minutes in the second half, you feel. Chelsea can get the third and edge away again. Pole position.
Yeah, I just wonder what was said at half-time. You know, same players are out there. I think the emphasis would have been on keeping the ball and making sure our passes are better. Play to a blue shirt. Play like you're in control of the game. And I think if you're in control of the game, the opposition will get dragged out, but they've got to score.
This is Drogba. Ramirez trying to clip one over the top for Salah, just sliced off his boot. Remy. Well, almost managed to work that through to Christensen, who made a good run.
Yeah, it was unlucky.
All on his own up there.
It was unlucky. Again, you know, this is what I said before. We need to take control, and I think around halfway, our passing in the first half wasn't the best, and I think that's usually where we are very, very good, and we need to take control of that area of the park.
Vincent's come to a wide left roll at the start of the second half at Bradford. I wonder if they're going to go 5 in midfield with Stead up front on his own, not just behind. Halliday hurt, but play goes on.
Well done, Oscar, initially, that then gave the ball away.
Davis uncertain here. Salah's pinched it off him.
Well, if there's one player who needs to give a little bit more second half, it's Mo Salah, and I think We've seen his energy levels rise already, and I think that's what he's trying to show.
Good ball. Remy! Oh, didn't miss by much.
Much better. Much more positive by Mohamed Salah initially, and I think obviously something would have been said to him, you know, you need to up your game. You need to show, just relax a little bit more. He's trying to impress too much, you feel, with only a few games this season. But he finds Remy with a lovely little ball, and Remy very, very quick and sharp, and showing how good he can be in front of goal. Difficult angle, can't quite steer it on target.
Gone from Hansen, Oscar up into the air.
Much better by Ramirez as well, positive, attacking the ball. And that's what I said about the midfield area. We need to start to dominate that position.
Zuma under pressure from two. He's hit one of the floodlights.
Well, they're suggesting it didn't go out of play.
Meredith. Good whip on his cross. Great ball in that. Just too high for Hansen.
Azpilicueta does well, to be fair, Matt. Gets himself into a great position here, just to clear the danger. A wonderful ball in by Meredith.
Halliday. He's the top tier of the shed.
Well, again, he's got himself into good position. Halliday just needed to steady himself a little bit, slightly off balance as he takes this shot. Thankfully, it goes over the crossbar. We see it again. Slightly on the stretch, slightly off balance, always underneath the ball. And those are the sort of half chances we don't need to be given.
Just joined on a permanent basis this week, Andy Halliday. He was on loan from Middlesbrough. And Francois Zoko extended deals to keep him here till the end of the season at least. Halliday on a short-term contract. Zoko, who's on the bench, extending his loan from Blackpool till the end of the campaign. Bet that John Stead goal was greeted with a groan by the likes of Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Nathan Aki. Chelsea had gone 2-0 up and then maybe 3. And we would have thought there was a high probability we would have seen them. We still might. Here's Billy Knott though for Bradford. Stead playing it short. First time cross swung over, looking for Hansen. Big enough to win the header. Knott couldn't bring it down.
I'll tell you what, Matt, do you know what I like about their crosses? Their crosses have not... I can't remember one that's been short where the first defender's blocked it off. They've got in crossing positions on a few occasions, and what they've done is they put it into the box to give them a chance. You know, sometimes we say you don't have to be absolutely perfect. We expect quality when we're in that right position, but from a team like Bradford, they're just putting it in the box with a little bit of hope, and I think that's not such a bad thing. You know, just give your forwards an opportunity. If it hits the first man, they've got no chance.
So Meredith's long throw a couple of times already. Aiming for Hansen. High boot there from Craig Liddell. Not looking for Meredith again. Crunching challenge between he and Christensen, and it's a Bradford corner.
Yeah, he's done well, Christensen. Meredith's in a good position. Looked like he's going to get the opportunity in front of the Bradford faithful to get a ball in, but Christensen's sharp and quick to get across and get a good block in.
Moraes to whip it over. Davis will keep it alive.
Again though, Matt, we got to the ball first, and it means so much to get that ball somewhere out of the danger area just so we can regroup. Well done, Kurt Zuma, good defending. Oh, he's a big character, isn't he, to get round. Certainly is a strong lad. Very easily just sees Andrew Davis off there. Strange area for Davis to be in, of course, from the corner.
Well, they can't believe it, the Bradford supporters. I'm sure many of them hoped and dreamt of a positive result here, but there would have been the realists amongst them who would have thought the game would be beyond them by now.
especially with being two up as well. He just probably thought that, that might have been it. The goal that John Stead scored, the wonderful goal that John Stead scored. That lad some credit. That has got them just a goal behind them with a bit of belief, and because everybody believes in the FA Cup and what it's done over the years, it does bring strange results. Of course, a big following from the Bradford fans, continually backing their team. Good turn, Remy.
Great turn. Drogba ahead of him, Salah too. And
It's
he
a
found
pointed
Derby.
pass, though, isn't it?
Derby didn't really want that there. He's shoveled it down the line looking for Stead and won a throw. Decent result for Bradford in the circumstance.
They just got themselves out of trouble, didn't they? And the throw in as well. Like a high boot.
Giving away another corner.
I think there's a high boot on Gary Cahill here. The linesman doesn't give it. They've got away with it and got themselves a corner, and this is a good bit of a period for them. 8 minutes into the second half, and you can hear the Bradford fans behind that goal at the shed end.
Hansen's header. Czech read it well.
Yeah, it's a decent header, isn't it? Again, Petacek in a good position. There wasn't a great deal of power in the header, but it's bang on target. Could have given us a problem.
Jose Mourinho out to the edge of his technical area, and usually that means that there's a problem to be addressed.
Yeah, obviously a little bit concerned at this moment in time.
Meredith's cross. Appeals for a penalty from Stead, but it's broken for Moraes, and Moraes goes for goal. He might have been better off crossing it. It's deflected behind for yet another Bradford corner.
Well, good pressure by them, isn't it? And we do have to withstand this. Azpilicueta's touch just lets him down, and Moraes gets forward. Tries to get a cross in. It is deflected by Azpilicueta. We see Moraes getting forward here and getting beyond Azpilicueta. He gets back and gets something on the ball. Petacek helps it over the crossbar.
That's a good save, actually. You would say, though, as we often do, Bradford really need to score while they are this dominant against Chelsea.
Yeah, while they're in the ascendancy, this is where they need to score, and if they do, well, have we got a cup tie on?
What a good ball in, another corner.
Well, I think Didier Drogba's got there just in time. They're doing his defensive job, as we know he's very, very good at, making sure that he makes good contact, just clears it away. But it's the mental pressure now that the lads have got to hang on to. Yeah, good support coming in from Chelsea fans.
This time it's headed away and Ramirez can hook it clear.
Well, again, Christensen at the near post this time. Good header.
This is so impressive from Bradford. Beaten at Yeovil last week. They are running the best team in England close at the moment.
As we said earlier, nothing to lose. 2-1 down going into the second half. You can understand they're going to have a go at it. Their energy levels could be struggling as the game goes on, but they're certainly having a go now.
Cardle's header. Halliday. Oscar with a 1-2 off Andre Mariner. Mikel under pressure, and Bradford's hassling and harrying, wins the ball back again. Not to Stead. Moraes. Derby screaming up outside of him. Oh, Moraes was ponderous.
Well, Salah's got back well in the end, but he didn't do the job initially, but his pace is now taking him forward. Counter-attack on.
Eat up the ground. Out wide left to Remy. Continued his run, Salah. Remy's rolled it across to Oscar. He can hit them from here. Oscar! Williams always looked like he had it covered. There was a deflection on it, though, behind for a Chelsea corner.
Yeah, and a good counter-attack by Chelsea and getting Oscar into a good position. We know he's capable from this distance. A slight deflection just takes it away from the goal, but you feel that, like, the shot was bang on target initially. Goalkeeper was starting to move to his right-hand side. Well, we do need something to get some respite for the back four at this moment in time. A goal would be good.
Chelsea have scored from a corner once already this afternoon. Oscar whipped that one into the near post for Cahill. This one's gone toward Drogba, and it's broken for Ramirez. That's a great block from a well positioned Moraes.
Yeah, decent enough by Ramirez. Did the right thing, striking it first time, try and get it on target. Moraes with a good block. Maybe a chance for Chelsea now to put a little bit of pressure on Bradford and see if they can withstand it. Well, we said it in the first half, didn't we, Matt, about their... I just don't think this is a yellow card. But just, you know, first half, arguably against the run of play we score, and then we're the better side. Well, at the moment you have to say Bradford have had most of the play and look the more dangerous of the two sides, but you always expect that maybe they'll need to score in that situation. But hard work, hard graft through midfield at the moment, and winning a lot of battles in there.
Concerned expression on the face of the Chelsea boss, with good cause. Moraes sends it to the edge of the penalty area. Stead too strong for Azpilicueta. Not wants it. Teed up for Billy Knott here. It's not. Oh, it was just what he was dreaming of last night.
There's one big chance, wasn't it? The one that he's worked hard for. Billy Knott found himself in good position against a club that he spent many years at as a youngster. Can't quite find the target, and the shot just wide. He'll be disappointed.
Billy Knott, ex-Chelsea, ex-Real Madrid. Not many Bradford City players can say that, past or present. Well, there could be shocks all over the place this weekend. It's a close game here. Manchester United couldn't beat Cambridge of League Two last night, and Patrick Bamford has put Middlesbrough ahead against Manchester City. There weren't too many surprises in the third round, but the FA Cup seems to be back to its old ways in round 4. Here's Ramirez. Rather awkwardly off McArdle for a corner.
Well, at last, in many ways, you'd have to say Ramirez, who we know has been out with injury and has been fighting to get back up to top level. That's the sort of run that we've been used to. We haven't seen enough of it this season, but he's certainly got it in his locker and just showing what he can produce.
Again, Oscar goes near post. This time it was easy for Stead to defend.
Well, again, it's not the best of balls in, is it, by Oscar? And players who go forward and make these runs into position, disappointed the delivery doesn't give them a hope, and that's what I said about Bradford's crosses. They've been good. They've given players a chance. Those sorts of balls give us no chance at all.
Zuma. Remy. Played for an hour now. No change to the half-time score. Won't be too long before Jose Mourinho starts to think about substitutions. Wonder if he'll feel the need to bring on one of the big guns. Eden Hazard and Willian and Cesc Fabregas and John Terry all available.
Well, I just wonder how long it will take before, if we don't score, the score remains the same, of course. I think we're looking for another goal, and you tend to feel the likes of Willian or Eden Hazard might be the prime suspects. I think Willian probably first, and if need be, with the minutes to go, Eden Hazard. But I think he'll probably try and hang on to what he's got, Jose, while he feels we're in a commanding position, one goal to the good. But of course, if we can get a second, if the second half wears on, we might see the likes of Ruben Loftus-Cheek and possibly Nathan Aki as well. So the scoreline remains a deciding factor.
Important challenge to win that Ofsted from Gary Cahill. Decisive. Oscar. Salah. And still, Salah! Well, Williams was flailing. He knew he was beaten. Luckily for him and Bradford, it went the wrong side of the post as far as Salah and Chelsea are concerned.
Yeah, good running by Oscar, just takes away a couple of defenders. There we see Oscar run across his line. Two players go one way. Mo Salah one-on-one, gets it on his favoured left foot. Well, he's got into a better position here, Mo Salah, but for me that was always wide. I think if he wants to impress enough, he's got to hit the target here and make the goalkeeper make the save. If he wants to impress even more, he's got to put it in the back of the net.
Stead and Hansen both chasing after this. Stead's won it and just about kept it in.
Well, John Stead's caused problems, hasn't he, all day today. His intelligent running in behind has been difficult to deal with.
Meredith, another good cross from Meredith. Picked up by Moraes on the far side.
Oh, well defended again, Azpilicueta's a good foot in. Had to make sure.
Good block as well from Azpilicueta. Stead. On loan from Huddersfield, John Stead. I wonder if there might be a couple of clubs higher up than League One who will look at this performance and think perhaps he could do a job for us. Only 31, so I think he'd have a couple of years in the Championship maybe left in him. Here's Mikel.
Chelsea just slowing the game down somewhat and moving the ball around a little bit better, keeping possession. There was a decent pass on for Salah, who made a good run a few moments ago, but Oscar decided not to pass, and whether that was right or wrong, I think possession is important for us at this moment in time.
Oscar, Chelsea just trying to draw the sting from Bradford. As you say, Chloe, this is a good tactic. It's a good ball to Azpilicueta. Here's Remy. Got it out his feet well. Shot blocked by McArdle.
Well, again, that shows a picture really, that last period of play there, where we said all along, if we're patient, we keep the ball, and we're a bit patient with the way we move the ball around, the gaps will appear. And there we saw the pass in behind, which gives Azpilicueta a chance to get on it. And that's what will happen against a League One side. And we've got to be resilient in our defending, but patient with our passing.
Flicked up toward Hansen, off Christensen. Shot by Billy Knott, deflected off Zuma and behind for another corner. It's left Zuma on the floor.
Yeah, I don't know where he's been hit here, Kurt Zuma, whether he's been hit in the face or not. The referee saying no, he's okay to get up. But again, nice little ball in, and that's the type of ball I say, if you get it over the top of the first defender, you're giving players hope, you're giving them a chance that something might fall your way. It's not perfect, but it's percentage football in my opinion, percentage crosses, and that's what they tended to put in all day today.
The good ball in, and yet another corner.
That's a good ball as well, Matt. Again, as I said, missing players out at the near post, big players attacking from a deeper position. Hansen's the one that seems to be the main target, but when he's making a run at things, he's got a better chance of getting on the end.
It's the leveller, isn't it, the set piece, and Bradford have obviously been working hard on them. And that's what we're used to seeing from Didier Drogba, defending well at the near post.
It's coming in again though, and that's what we need to do, win it from there. Now there's a break.
Remy did well, because it looked as though he'd taken it a touch
Brilliant.
too far ahead of him.
Yeah, brilliant. Sloppy in the end. You know, he's done ever so well there, Remy. And a poor pass to Mo Salah. It gives Bradford a chance to make the challenge. They get a little bit of luck with the ricochet. The counter-attack was on there.
Has to clash of heads here. It's going to require both physios to come onto the pitch.
Well, it was a clash of heads and both players going down. Mikel looks in agony. I'm not too sure if their player looks like he might be slightly concussed here. Well, we see the clash of heads. Hits the ground quite heavily.
Billy Knott, who's down
for
Bradford.
He's holding his head, but maybe that's a a good sign he's actually holding his head, 'cause I thought he hit the ground and was completely out cold, but I don't think he is there. Unless there's a delayed reaction.
John is sitting up now.
Yeah, and John looks to be in more of a concern. It was a bit of a clash, so we'll wait and see what the decision here is. Here we see it again. Just one of those things that happens from time to time.
Not hit the deck really hard, actually. It looked unpleasant for both players. I think Billy Knott's going to be all right to continue, but there's got to be serious doubt over John Mikel-Obi.
Well, taking a bit of time over John, and you tend to feel maybe there's a cut there that needs addressing. Maybe even could be a cheekbone or something like that. Let's hope not. Looks like maybe a cut just across the eye. A bit of time they're taking over it, and Willian is going to come on, so maybe John's not going to carry on.
Whether this is a planned change or a reaction to Mikel's injury, you never know, but it's definitely the end of his afternoon, isn't it? He looks really groggy as he makes his way off the pitch, and let's hope that it's not too serious and it doesn't keep him out for too long.
Well, they're certainly looking after him as he comes off, and obviously there's a cut, but it looks like it's above the eye or around the eye area. It shouldn't keep him out of the game for more than possibly 10 days or so. But if it's a cheekbone, then he'll be out a bit longer. And Jose just trying to work out with the medical staff if he's definitely not coming back. And there's...
Oh well, it's not Mikel who's coming off,
so,
it's Mo Salah.
Yeah, so you feel that Mikel might be coming back, maybe a couple of stitches in a cut just above the eye or around the eye area, and John Obi Mikel will come back.
Or, I guess the other option, as Cesc Fabregas is also preparing to come on, is that he will take Mikel's place.
Yeah, I think William was going to come on anyway for Salah. Obviously, Cesc is now brought up very, very quickly to come onto the field of play. And we'll just sit in alongside Ramirez.
You'll have to wait a little longer. Billy Knott's back onto the pitch now. Chelsea playing with 10 at the moment. Now that change does happen. Fabregas making his first FA Cup appearance for Chelsea in the competition with Arsenal in 2005.
Well, one of the worries, of course, with Fabregas is that he wasn't expected to come on the field of play, so not warmed up. So he's going to take a few minutes to get into that sort of peace of mind that he's fully warmed up. So hopefully he doesn't pull any muscle in the short period before that.
Palm off in the face of Didier Drogba, which might spell trouble for the offender Andrew Davis.
There's an arm across his chest and face at the same time, and I'm surprised the lines was looking right down the line. He doesn't wave his flag at all. Certainly is a foul for me, and that's about all. Here we see it again. Ball off Didier's chest. There we see the arm in the face. It's a foul. He's not thrown the elbow, but it's just a foul for me. The referee got it right.
Fabregas' first involvement.
Just tend to feel Fabregas will bring a sort of calming influence to that midfield, maybe. Slow the ball down, quicken it up when he wants to, take control of the situation. It's a shame for John that he's had to go off the field of play, but good player to bring on is Fabregas.
Cahill.
Looks at the moment though, Oscar's sitting in deeper with maybe Fabregas and Ramirez pushing a little bit further forward, so maybe Oscar's been asked to play a little bit deeper, but I expect that to rotate anyway.
Oscar looking out to the left to Azpilicueta, good control, great pass. Remy. Willian. Oscar. Fabregas had made a run, then was offside. He's not now, though. And he's got it back to Oscar. Could have done better.
Yeah, I think he tried to make the goalkeeper think he was going for the other post. He tried to go near post and drags his shot somewhat, but good movement. And again, Fabregas straight away getting involved. Lovely little back heel to Oscar. Doesn't get the contact he's looking for, but it looks a little bit better, a little bit brighter, a little bit more confidence in their passing. Probably needed to beat his man there or get a better angle, Oscar. Tight sometimes in that position, but probably needed just to do a little bit more on the ball.
Christensen looking for Drogba again. Davis fouling him. He doesn't think so. And that bit of back chat is going to earn him a ticking off from the referee.
Again, he's come over the top. Drogba suggested he's putting his elbow in his face, which we saw just a few minutes ago, and Didier not impressed with his aggressiveness. Again, I suppose at League One level, sometimes you get away with these situations. Well, Premier League, you don't. And in the FA Cup, he's a Premier League referee.
Fabregas, great ball in. Oh, Drogba thought for a moment he was going to make it 3-1.
A big chance, wasn't it, for Didier? Good contact with the ball from the header. A little bit of aggression in there as well, and lets Davis know he's around. Just steers it a little bit too close to the keeper. Either side, it's in.
Come for Stead here. Good defending from Christensen. Maybe had more to do than he anticipated today, Andreas Christensen, but he's played well.
I think he's got better and better, and that's understandably so, regarding the nervousness he must be feeling. And I think he's got better as he's got to grips. And also, of course, we often see him play at centre-back at under-21s and under-19s and 18s, so playing full-back is different for him.
Chance for the equaliser, and it's turned in! Unbelievable! It's the former Chelsea man, Philippe Moraes, who's made it Chelsea 2, Bradford 2, with 15 minutes to go.
Well, it's an absolutely incredible situation. So many mistakes at that near post. We say get to the ball first. We really don't deal with the first one. The second one just gets helped on. Cech makes a decent save in the middle of all this. There's the first flick. There's the second one, just helped goalwards. Cech makes the save. It ricochets nice and kindly for Felipe Moraes. And it's an easy, tidy finish for him. But poor marking at that near post. Not dealt with. And he's unlucky, Cech. He's made a good save there. Nothing he can do with the follow-up. All to do.
Incredible stuff. Frustrated when he didn't get on here against Huddersfield in the third round in 2006. He's made his mark at Stamford Bridge now, and there's an immediate response, and it is to bring Eden Hazard on for Loic Remy.
Well, I think that's a positive move by Jose, and you can understand why. And this wee man can get us a goal, score a goal, make a goal. We need to get in the ball as much as we possibly can. But Mark, the last thing I suppose we need is a replay.
Would be at Valley Parade on Tuesday the 3rd of February, 7:45 UK time. At the moment, that's what's going to happen. Chelsea have got less than 15 minutes to find a winner. Bradford have got likewise, but here are Chelsea on the front foot. Almost Hazard's first involvement. Got to say they deserve the equaliser, haven't you?
Well, I think so. I think they deserve to be on level terms with us. You know, we've not done enough in front of goal for me, but they certainly have looked dangerous at times, especially with balls into the box, crosses, corners, as we see, long throw-ins.
Oscar. Chelsea corner.
Well, I think it's time that we stepped up again. It's all about the measure of a team. Have they got the capability of raising the ante again?
Brilliant. Hammered it. Came off Stead. Ramirez. 13 successive home wins before today for Chelsea. Surely Bradford aren't going to be the team to bring that run to a halt. Brilliant. It's come for Christensen. Here's Fabregas. Hazard. No flag against Fabregas here. Willian.
Well, it's pressure from Chelsea, and they've got to sustain this and see if Bradford have got the capabilities of keeping us out. It's a good period at the moment, but we need it to continue.
Ramirez. Didier Drogba. And still Drogba. Williams kicks it away. Bradford can't get it away. Here's Eden Hazard. Can't find any room. Giving it back to Willian. And Hazard again. Teasing ball in, but just too close to Williams.
It's amazing how we were able to up the ante. Obviously the substitution of Eden Hazard and Willian made a big difference. So it's Fabregas, of course, as well, who's got involved in a lot of attacking play going forward, but at the moment Bradford standing strong.
That's Piliqueta. Hazard. Ramirez trying to just barge his way through. Well, that's risky from Hansen. Williams won't thank him for it, but he dealt with it well, the goalkeeper. You can't help but admire this effort from Bradford City.
Well, their resolve has been absolutely terrific, hasn't it? All credit to them. Well, we probably haven't played at our best, but we've still had to come back from two goals down, and we've done that well. Many teams would have crumbled at that stage.
Well, Billy Knott's afternoon is over. He gets a great ovation as he makes his way off. And it's Mark Yates, the former Spurs youngster who scored against Dartford in round 2, who's going to come on for the last knockings.
Well, it's an occasion for Billy Knott to remember, isn't it? After spending a lot of his youth days at Chelsea. Put in a good performance, has worked hard for his team.
Davis free kick. Could be a break on here if Willian can get there. What a great tackle that was to stop that from happening. Dabbed up by Christensen. Headed back by Davis. Here's Hansen.
Well, just under 10 minutes to go. Maybe a chance still there for Chelsea. Of course, at this moment in time, I wonder if Bradford are thinking they can actually win the game.
Stead. Here's Derby. Bradford look just as likely to win this as Chelsea do. Great ball into John Stead. Can he turn here, Stead? He's teed it up instead! Oh my goodness! This is just extraordinary. Bradford City have taken the lead. It's Andy Halliday who scored it, and this would be one of the biggest shocks in FA Cup history. Chelsea 2, Bradford 3. From 2-0 down, they are 3-2 up.
Well, it's absolutely incredible, isn't it? I mean, it's a well-worked goal, isn't it? John Stead gets in good position just to lay the ball up, but what a finish. Calmly just steers it goalwards. There's pace on the ball back to him, and he puts it in the back of the net with simplistic ease. I mean, it's a lovely finish. Having said that, well, Chelsea's defenders never usually this open to opportunities for other teams, and Bradford have taken their chances.
And Chelsea have got 8 minutes plus add-ons to try and rescue this.
Well, it seems strange, Matt, but that's what you're saying. It's a rescue job. We need everybody at their game now, 100%, as we know they're capable of doing, but it's very difficult to lift yourself yet again. But Chelsea have got to do it.
Could have got 25 to 1 on Bradford to win at the start of the day.
No good telling me now, Matt.
Still time. Drogba. Here's Ramirez. And still, clever play. Hazard.
I think if we're patient with our attacking, I think we'll get another chance.
Fabregas up to Zuma. Oh, Drogba's missed it. What an opportunity.
Yeah, flick on by Zuma, and Drogba just misses out the opportunity of just steering it into goal. It's a late chance for him. It's a snapshot of a header. Well worked by Fabregas. Great running from deep. I just think with our passing that we're capable of it. I think what you'll see from Bradford, as we saw a few moments ago, that if we shape up to shoot on a few occasions, you'll get bodies trying to block everything. They'll dive in, they'll commit or over-commit themselves. And that's where we just got to be a little bit cute, a little bit patient. Those chances might still come. We've got 7 minutes plus injury time. There's still time for us to do that.
Now Bradford have got a free kick.
Oh, poor challenge by Ramirez, giving the ball away. And of course, Bradford will try and waste as much time as they possibly can, and who will blame them?
Jose Mourinho said it would be a disaster if Chelsea lost this game. That is what is going to happen at the moment. Fabregas, who can get Chelsea out of this hole here? Time for a hero. Willian. Oscar. There'll be a sense of urgency about the play now. Clock is against Chelsea. Willian. Ramirez, great ball that. And he's pulled it back for Zuma, and he's blasted it over. Not the player Chelsea would have chosen the chance to fall to, but he probably should have scored.
Well, he's got to hit the target, and any bit of pace on the ball here, it hits the target, it's a goal all the way. Fabulous play by Ramirez, but as you say, Matt, forced to a strike, a centre-back playing in the striker's role, has been pushed forward and blasts it well over the top. It's not even close.
5 minutes to go. I think we'll get you might even get 5 of stoppage time actually, because of that McCall injury.
Well, that's what I feel. There's going to be some more chances before the end of the game. The question is, if there are chances like that, we've got to take them.
Christensen. Fabregas looking for Drogba. Easy to defend that ball. That's where Manchester City heading out the way things stand too. But that's against a team looking for promotion to the Premier League, not promotion to the Championship. As I said, this has got to rank up there with the biggest cup upsets in recent memories if it happens. Bradford going to make another change here, and it's the man who's the hero at the moment, Andy Halliday, who's making way. Maybe not a surprise they're throwing on an extra defender, the Frenchman Christopher Routis. Well, Halliday may very well have his name in the headlines in tomorrow morning's papers.
Well, you can understand the change, can't you? Bring on an extra defender, understandably so. You just want bodies in there, because they have to defend for their lives over the next 4 minutes and possibly 5 minutes of injury time. So the defenders go in there and just do their job and try and clear on every occasion. It's a disappointment from Jason's point of view. He'd be disappointed with the defending, but to go out of the FA Cup, be massively disappointed for everybody concerned.
Zuma, well, he's done really well there to find Drogba. I'm afraid that rather sums up Drogba's afternoon.
Well, good covering around the back though in the end. Oh, hamstring gone. Chance up for Chelsea.
Hazard, but Chelsea aren't going to put it out. Bradford playing with 10 at the moment. Christensen. Who's it going to break for? It's Hazard. Can't get it out his feet. Eden Hazard. And eventually it is smacked away so the injured player can get some treatment.
Well, people keep saying about this, putting the ball out. I don't think you need to. I think it's an obvious reason why he's gone. And this will add more time at the end of the game. And well, they've had their substitutions, Matt, haven't they? So down to 10 men if this is a hamstring, because he won't be able to play on. Just wonder if it might be a touch of cramp, maybe.
Do still have one change left, Bradford.
Yeah, looks like he's going to come on as well, but the fans are obviously elated by the situation. You can understand why. A lot of them have travelled for this game today.
It's Billy Clark who's going to come on, taking the place of Moraes, who's stricken but who's scored. Clark is coming back from a month on the sidelines after a knee injury.
Can we get something out of this game? As I say, Matt, I'm not so sure about the word hero, but we do need someone to step forward. Got the quality out there.
Willian, maybe saved is a better word. Somebody needs to stop Chelsea going out the FA Cup here. Fabregas up to Zuma. Keeper's come a long way here. Got a fist on it.
Great punch, done ever so well there, but good ball in, good touch on by Zuma.
Christensen, Willian. Hazard. Final minute of the 90. Hazard pass one. Need some help here. Oscar. Christensen. Fabregas. Look at the wall of Bradford players. Ramirez up against Derby. And still Ramirez. That was optimistic.
I just think he's trying to hook this one back and into the danger zone. Doesn't quite get his foot wrapped quite around it.
7 added minutes. Phil Parkinson is absolutely furious. He's taking the note off the fourth official, asking where he's got it from. You've got to be careful. He and his assistant were sent to the stands against Millwall in the replay.
Well, we did say 5, didn't we? And since then there's been another substitution. We can understand why there's 7 minutes. It's a long time and it certainly gives Chelsea a chance.
7 minutes that will feel like 70 to Bradford and will tick by far too quickly for Chelsea unless they can get the equaliser soon. Here's Stead. This is Eden Hazard.
It's a bad challenge. It's a yellow card. Thankfully Hazard's okay. Well, it's going to be relentless, isn't it? Last 7 minutes. Just non-stop football from us, hopefully with a chance to get back on level terms.
Brilliant. Back from Hazard. Willian! Oh, just the position he scored from against Watford in the last round.
Well, we've got the ability, haven't we? And we know Willian's capable of putting it in the top corner. Gets inside well up from his couple of markers and manages to get a shot away on target. Or sorry, just off target. If it's on target, I don't think the goalkeeper saves this, but it's another chance or half chance that we've missed.
Stead. Oh, they can kill it here, Bradford maybe. Clark's heading for the corner flag. Still 5 minutes of stoppage time left. You have to stay there for a long while. Chelsea free kick. Willian. Ramirez did really well to get anything on that.
Did do well. He's gone for an exhibition ball there. Willian really didn't need to. Hanson's down as well for Bradford, but I'm sure a lot of that's tiredness.
Bill Parkinson on the cusp of an amazing, amazing achievement. Yates. Stead. Oh, Yates, this'll finish it. 4-2. What can you say about this? Chelsea were 2-0 up and cruising in this match. They've conceded 4 goals to the team's 6th in League One and are going out of the FA Cup in the 4th round.
Well, it's a delightful bit of football, and I must say that John Stead has been central to everything that has gone forward for Bradford City today. He's been terrific. He holds the ball up so well, but it's the running off the ball. You know, nobody goes with him. He gets a good first touch in good space, no chance for Petr Cech, and it's again a super little finish. Mark Yates, the substitute, who's just come on with a good opportunity for his team, and well, finishes it with aplomb, in front of the Bradford fans, and that is game over.
Speechless.
Well, it's something we're not used to here at Stamford Bridge, let alone away from home, but surprising that against opposition. Of course, we know what the headlines will be tomorrow.
Hazard. The kick's gone Bradford's way. Well, it ramps up the importance of Tuesday night's semi-final against Liverpool here.
Certainly does. Makes that such a big occasion, doesn't it? And always disappointing to go out of the FA Cup, but to lose at home and to lose this season's record as well. Everything about it will be disappointing.
Piliqueta. Where have Chelsea lost this game, in your opinion, or has it just been that Bradford have been good?
I think we have to give them some credit. Their work rate has been phenomenal, well organised. I think we've been a victim of poor decisions at times, but our passing's not been at the level that we feel it should be.
City now 2 down, but this is the story of the day. It's the story of the season in a lot of ways. Kurt Zuma needs some help.
Yeah, and of course it's Kurt Zuma who's down, but of course any time you get beat or go out of a competition, it's how you bounce back. We've got a great opportunity against one of our fiercest rivals on Tuesday against Liverpool in a semi-final competition. So we've got a chance to redeem some of the faith. But we have to give some credit to Bradford. It's been their day today.
First time Chelsea have conceded 3 or more goals to a team from a lower division in this competition since 1991.
Looks like Zuma might have landed awkwardly and just turned an ankle in that collision. Coming off the pitch, but we'll go straight back on.
Piliqueta's going to smack it long. Again, it goes for the Bradford free kick.
And foul by Oscar, just pushing players out of the way to give Gary Cahill a free run at the ball. Referees don't miss things like that very often.
Final thoughts?
Well, first one's huge disappointment, of course. Getting knocked out of the FA Cup against anybody is disappointing, but I suppose you have to say the nature of the team we're playing against, without being disrespectful, but could give them some credit for the performance that they put in. But well, there's always going to be criticism when you let 4 goals in at home.
Listen to that noise from the away supporters. Chelsea